My foot on the gas like I'm tryna bust out the bottom. Watch I slide, a nigga get off like a potter. Catch me if you can, I'm a bad man. Live a double life like I'm Batman. My foot on the gas.
What's going on, everyone? It is your boy Mike from Balls of Fury. Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, I am going to talk about some affordable recessive mutations to start your collection off with. Before we get started with the most affordable recessive ball python morphs to begin with, I'm gonna mainly focus on females because females are a little bit more expensive. And if you guys are just starting out, I really stress that you go and get your females first because they take about 2 years to reach maturity or breeding size, whereas the males will reach this within 6 to 18 months under your care. So males reach maturity much faster. So I think it's more important to invest your money first into your females, grow them up, and wait till they are about 1,000 to 1,200 grams, and then start looking for that male that you want to get to put to all them. Now, the first affordable recessive ball python mutation we are going to talk about is actually the Piebald mutation. This is one of the most popular and iconic ball python mutations ever created. It is absolutely beautiful, and you can actually get a visual piebald female from anywhere from $350 to $400, which I think is relatively affordable for a recessive project and such an amazing gene. Now, if I were you, I would take about $1,000 if you have it, and I would invest it into 3 or 4 visual pied females. If you want to save a little bit of money to put towards that powerhouse male down the road, save some money and buy a couple of het pieds and maybe a couple of visual pieds, so that way you have a little bit of extra spending money to go out and get that absolute stud male that you're gonna need. Now, pied is one of the most popular genes out there, guys. You can't go wrong with a pied project. Everyone loves them, including myself, and it's one of the most affordable recessives out there. $350 to $400 for a visual pied female, I think, is pretty reasonable, and I think it's a great starting project because once you start making babies with these things, they're gonna pop off of social media pages, off of Morph Market, and they're gonna sell very quickly because the pied is such a popular high demand mutation. And then once you start working other recessives into it, like Lavender, Hypo, Clown, etc., it gets even better and better, and it increases the value of your animals. So affordable morph number 1, Piebald. Another affordable recessive ball python project you could start off with is actually the Lavender albino. Lavender albino is one of my favorite genes out there, guys. It is absolutely amazing. It is a popular gene. It's always going to be in high demand. People love it. It works well with so many different genes. And you can actually get a visual lavender female from anywhere from $350 to $400, much like the piebald that we talked about. Now, I would definitely recommend getting Lab in your collection, guys. It is an awesome mutation. It works well with so many awesome genes. Pied being one of them. The dream skulls are absolutely amazing, you guys. And you can't go wrong with Lavender, man. I mean, it's such an awesome gene. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. But again, $350 to $400 for a visual lab female, I think, is more than reasonable. And I definitely think it's a project that you should consider if you're just starting out and you don't have that large of a budget, but you want to work a really cool recessive project. Lavender is a great option for you, and I think it's one that you should definitely consider. Now, this gene is probably the most affordable out of all the recessive projects that I just mentioned. It is the Hypo gene. You guys can go out there and actually get visual female hypos for like $150 to $175. You can even get some combos that are awesome for very cheap prices, like this awesome Enchi Mojave Hypo ball python for $400. You're looking at 2 codoms and a recessive. Great project to start with is always Hypo. It is super affordable. One of the most beautiful recessive genes to work with in the world out there. It is just an awesome gene. You can't go wrong with it. I love Hypo. We're working some of it and it's going to be absolutely amazing. we plan to get it into all of our other recessive projects because it's just a great enhancing gene, and it's relatively affordable, guys. You can get a lot of really cool hypo combos for cheap prices to start off, reasonable prices, and it's a project that you're gonna make a profit off of because it is a recessive project. It holds its value. Once you get other genes into it, it increases the value, and in my opinion, it is one of the best ones to start with if you're working with a limited budget and you're just starting out and you're just learning about breeding ball pythons and building a ball python project. I thank all of you guys for tuning into the channel and watching this episode. I hope this helped some of you guys who are trying to figure out what breeding project you would want to start with. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop comments. Go ahead and like this video. Last but not least, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that, you guys. I will see you guys soon. Peace.